Do you ever question why people say or do things and get frustrated because you don't know the answer to that? Hey there, it's Susan. And just the last couple of days, I've overheard or heard direct from a few different people who have asked me, why do you think that he did that? Or why do you think she said that? And there's usually two responses from me. One would be, why do you care? Why does it matter? And sometimes the answer I get is, yes, there's a reason why I really care and why it really matters. And sometimes I get a response that, why would you even be exerting time, effort, and energy into trying to figure that out? Because this person is irrelevant or whatever, right? Or the second question I ask, well, what did they say when you asked them? I'm like, me? Ask them? Why? I can't ask them. And I'm like, why not? Like, I very much have a curiosity mindset. So when I'm working with, whether it's my agents or customers, whomever I'm dealing with, and something doesn't make sense to me, I ask questions to understand. And it's not like a demanding way or this doesn't make sense way. It's literally a curiosity, like, oh, well, why do you ask that? Or why did you just say that? What did you mean by that? Little things like that to gain clarity, to make sure that you're on the same page, because what happens, and frequently, not infrequently, happens in relationships frequently, is that we assume, right? We assume that we did something wrong, or they're mad at us, or, something. We assume they're upset at someone else, and they're like, no, I just, said that because, some random thing, or no, or I did that because I thought that's what you wanted me to do, or, all these kind of things that were incorrect. In business relationships, I've had it so many times where someone asks me a question and I'm like, well, why do you ask that? Or what made you think that? And I'm not saying it like snotty at all. It's literally out of curiosity. And then they say something that's totally on the opposite side of what I would have thought that they were, with the direction they were going, right? And so if I would have just spewed back with my response and been incorrect, now we're down a whole nother thing. You could lose the sale, you could damage a relationship, lots of things could happen based upon making assumptions. Ask yourself, why are you afraid to ask the question? Maybe write it down, maybe journal about it, because either you're scared of the truth, you're scared you're going to offend someone, or you don't have the confidence. Any of those reasons why, like, you need to figure out and solve so that you don't have those hang-ups about just asking the question. Like, whether it's in a customer, business relationship, business to business relationship, romantic relationship, friends, whatever, like, hey, why did you ask that? Or why did you think that? Or what made you do that? And it's out of curiosity. It's not out of like, F you for doing that or whatever. It's just like, I'm just curious, like, curiosity, get the answer. If this is helpful for you, or if you've been in these situations where you feel uncomfortable and you don't know how to get from this point where things feel unsure and uncomfortable, really look at where that's stemming from, because I would guarantee you that there's probably something in your, shadow or whatever you want to say that needs some work. There's a reason why you are not able to just ask the question, right? Like maybe there was a time where you asked a question and somebody got mad at you, or, they took that as you didn't trust them or believe in them or whatever. And granted, your delivery may be off. You may need to work on your delivery. I've had to work on my delivery because sometimes it's like a flippant reaction, like, WTF or something, when that wasn't appropriate at all, like to take the step back and be like, oh, what made you say that, or what made you think that? And they're like, oh, well, I read an article that said X, Y, or Z. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure that this, and this. And they're like, oh, really? I didn't know. Or it's something that wasn't even really a big deal to them, but you've made it like it's a big deal just because to you it seemed like a big deal. And to them, they're like, this wasn't passing. I don't even know what you're talking about. I was never mad at you. Or, you know what I mean? So it's all about proper communication. But the title of this video has got to be Ask the question. Get curious, okay? I hope this helps someone.